Okay. So as I said on the Twitter feed, I'm still calling it Twitter, I don't give a damn. I really don't. Gonna start on a new room, which is the one I put in last stream. That was a starting point. So it's going to be a case of building it up now. So it's going to be the crew quarters. I call it the bunk bed room because there's bunk beds in there, but that's just my own crazy preference. So let us begin building stuffs. Right, I got that correct, so that's how big the door frame needs to be. Just check the... Does it go over that in the map? Oh my god, no it doesn't, but then... What? Oh... No, those are the lifts. I just nearly got insane a bit there. Right, I think that needs to be a little bit longer. Only a tad bit though. Only a little bit like that. Let's say that's not correct, is it? Right. Let me just add that to its own layer. Call it bound and then do that. Okay, so we've got that in position. Really is a lot to work with. There is a locker in that corner. I've modelled that many lockers. I might as well just grab one from RE3 Revisited and just use that one. Bunk bed. I did do those ones in DM, but I think I'll just rebuild these for the sake of it. And I think we'll add a few things like a... hang on a minute. I did do an item box in the back end of there, in the stage room. I could easily put a typewriter in here. And then people were like, well, why would you put a typewriter there, not an item box there as well? I mean, RE2 did it as well. You've got the typewriter in the main hall, and you've got that item box in the west side waiting room, even on the first floor. But then again, this isn't technically near it, is it? Or is it? Where did I put it again? Did I say the stage room, wasn't it? Well, technically there's no way to it. You'd have to like go out, go through that door, go through to that corridor, then in there, then it'd be the save room. Whereas if you go through there, go that way, go through there, go through that hallway, then go through that hallway to concierge. No, actually I'm going to make this a save room and have a typewriter in it. See, already I'm starting to like get ideas of where we should have stuff balanced. And if you try to go obviously the west side of the ship, it takes you a lot longer than if you went to the east side, so that's where I'm going to put the typewriter in this room. But first, I need to model assets, grab a bunch of assets, import these assets. So I'm going to go to... Oh, hang on, have I actually already got it in the assets though? Let's have a look. Might just be able to grab it. Locker. What? What? Oh, locker accessories. Well, why didn't I just call it that? So we haven't got a locker. I'm gonna have to go into one of the rooms. So it's gonna have to be not scripts. I would say the warehouse save room, but then again, let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's not really that. It's not really a locker, is it? To someone to well, I'm trying to really make it the same as that one. So they would be in the power station, wouldn't they? So I need to go power station for these actually. One disadvantage of having a million different assets you've built is trying to figure out which room has the best ones to use. Right, so, oh god. Right, power room. bloody sure there was one with a locker in. Yeah, I bloody knew there was one with a locker in. I suppose I can use that one. Where else have I got all these set of lockers though? Let me think. I think that is the only rooms, isn't there? Let me think about it. Would it be easy if I just model a new set? But then it defeats the purpose. I've already got the asset. Why would I need to do it then? What room has these assets in? Alright, gotta go background looking again. It's one of the many disadvantages of having a million rooms you've modelled. Clearly there's a room with a locker in I can use. I'm just trying to remember what rooms have lockers and which ones don't. Yeah, they're filing cabinets in the sales office, aren't they? Can't use them. There's definitely none of them in the clock tower. And there's definitely not any of them in the garage. Oh my god, what about... Oh, but there is some in the Raccoon Press building up against the wall. I could look into them. That's where I'm going to look next then. Raccoon Press office. Nope. Oh, of course there'd be a fatal error. Thanks, Maya. Thanks. It's always on that bloody room and all. It's always that room. If I have anything open before it, it just crashes. Breaks everything. Let's try that again. So wanted Raccoon Press office. Do not crash. Thank you. That's all I needed. Right, so there's these set of lockers. See, those will do fine. Let's oh, I forgot it's that bloody far up. Oh! Of course, it's going to give me the wrong bloody frickin' numerator friggin' position for the translate, which isn't true at all because this is 0 technically. Right, so what I'm going to do is, are these textured? They are textured, but I'm not going to do them. I'm going to slap the default on. Do that. Delete all the history, non-deform history, make the mesh clean. And then I'm going to triangulate all of this. Okay. So this is going to be going into... Oh, I see. So you're not even on the right bloody thing now, because obviously you crashed. Let me set the project again. So Gaiden. Export this into the assets for that, so I know where it's at. No, I don't want an OBJ, I want an FBX. Mental rate? No, FBX. Lockers. Set. No, I'm going to have to open the scene as well. So that was the bunk bedroom. Don't save. Lockers. Well, thanks for that. That's it. That's it. Perfect. So these are in the back of the room. literally here. According to the sprite. They're a bit thinner, but then again I have got double them, so I need to like break these up, which I'm pretty sure they will break up, I hope. Oh, they do, thank God for that. Right. And there's half of it missing. It's alright, because obviously I can just drag that there, and just drag that there. And that's saving me from having to redo anything. Thank God for that. Right. These rooms are so bloody big for what they should have in. So many things you can put in here. So it's supposed to be like, what, 4 bunk beds in there? It's like, well, there's going to be more frigging bunk bed fits for that. Get my big Barry in here as well. Need to keep an eye on all the sizing and stuff. I know this should be the correct scale because they're not the correct scale. What's going on? And this is one of the pitfalls of having RE3 assets and camera angles not matching up and everything bloody else not working correctly. Right, let's make these a little bit bigger than that. Fucking hell, what the hell? Needs to be at least that big. At least that big. Right, move you back a bit, Barry. I'll move that one out for now. If I need it, I'll use it. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to be putting cameras and that in yet, but I need to put light sources in. I know that for a bloody fact. So I'm going to make these things work. And I'm also going to put some windows in, because if I've worked this out correctly, there should be windows on those facing windows that go out onto the bow. But that's according to the sprites from inside the game when cutscenes are playing. But then again, that changes every bloody time some sort of event happens. So trying to keep consistency didn't happen back then. So let me just quickly put this in. Excuse me. Production, put the ray tracing quality in. Okay. I'm going to put one here. And then probably one there. I'll just do a quick save on this stuff because I need to get cameras in as well. And I did say I was going to make this into a save room as well, just for the pure sake. It'd be closer to where I've put the item box in. Do you know what I thought I was going to say? In the concierge room on the west side of the ship, on the second floor. And since I'm working in the second floor at the moment, I have to like look at stuff and think, right, the closest save room would be the concierge room, right? But this is a different side of the ship. And there's only the item box so far, no typewriter to save with. So by putting a typewriter in this room, it just makes it closer to where it needs to be in terms of having to save right where I've put the typewriter in one room and item box in the other. It's a 74 one. I'll make that an 80. Yeah, for 90, excuse me. That's an 80. Don't you be giving me any of that crap. Let's do a quick test render. Of course it's going to do that, so what I do that is just change my colour management. Change it to linear. And that should now, yeah, perfect. Right. So that's the doorway put in with a bit of light in. But now I have to continue with building the assets for this particular room. And trust me, there is not a lot in this bloody room to do. There's nothing for me to really work with, which gives me an advantage and a disadvantage because there's quite a bit of space we can utilise here, which don't bloody help. I do need to get that door as well, so just go in there. Is it's side deck door. No? Oh, what did I call it? Double deck door mesh. Could it be you? Nope, but I can break you into one, and I've got one I need, so... Oh, but then again, don't have that... No, I can't use those. I haven't got the things on them. Oh, shit, what did I call it? Thought it would have been called the side deck door, but... What did I call it? Trust me, I forget what the hell I called the freaking door. What we got? Archive room, that's a texture, that's not even supposed to be in there. Bounds door. Coat rack, no. No, fire extinguisher's there, but I don't need it for this particular room unless I want to stick one on the bloody wall. Main hall door mesh, that's what it was. No! No, that's a different door. Shh. What did I call the door? Right then. Guess I'm going back into the previous room to figure this one out. What a joke. What a fucking joke. I should know what it's called. Okay. This is usually what happens when that's the wrong one. No, we want the east hallway. No, it is in the right area though, but it's... Library, elevator, main hallway, bathroom, deck hallway. Is it this one? Yes. What do they call the door? Deck door. Well, that's fantastic. Now I know what it is. No, not export all. Deck door. Assets. That's the one. That's the correct one I want. That's the one I need. But it still won't have the parts on it. I'd be like, why did I just not? Oh, it does have the bits on it. Perfect. So I just want to slide this into position. Okay, so that's in the right place. That's not going to render anything. Okay. So next thing I need to do is get those windows in, which I'm going to have to grab from the side deck anyway. And I'll have to do some modifications for the door after the fact. Scale is correct. As correct as I can get it, that's fine. Right, so I'm going to need to go to side deck. I think this is the first time I'm going to be showing this off, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so I've got a set of windows here, which I'm obviously going to just swipe and then steal these, but kind of see in the side deck. It kind of spoilerish, but we already showed this in the trailer when we first announced the project, so it's not like it's spoiling it per se, but yeah, that's the side deck. So I'm only interested in these, so what I'll do is I'm going to combine these as one mesh, primarily just because of the position of where they're all at together, and then I can just stick these together and just delete the history and an non-deform history, and I'll just name these side deck window. Okay. just keep the textures on because it'll be fine. That's not where I need to go. This is where I need to go. Okay. Go back into the room. Import these. They said the lights. Sounds like right. So we've got windows here. So I just want to rotate those away, isn't it? Okay, perfect. Should have really brought the side deck in to get these in the right position, but I suppose they're as close as I'm going to get them. Just want to move them in just a little bit. Perfect. It's not going to work because I haven't rendered in here again. Do that. Okay, that's fine. Where's camera 1 at? Let's get another camera in here. That one in it. Yeah. Right, what's the FOV for you? 74. Yeah, let's have a look. Change it to 80 again. Don't want to render a render. Just redo the whole render. I think that could be because it's that bloody high. We don't want it too high. We want it maybe not that close to there either. Right, can you actually see the glass in this, or am I just... So right, I think I know what I'm gonna have to do, but then again I kind of assumed I was gonna end up having to do it anyway. Break these off, leave me that wall, just duplicate these, just a quick save. I'm gonna way around, that's it. And then I'm just going to plug this in instead. So let me just... keep the set of windows there, just move this into position there. Then obviously just combine this all again. And then I need to merge these edges. Like so. So. Okay. I wonder if it's because it's the way this bling's rendering. Let's have a look. Well, that's a Fong. Fongs I do not like rendering now. Reflectivity, set that at 0 to 200. Something about that. Bit of a specular in there. Let's have a look at it now. No? Well, fair enough then. maybe just have like a little amount out. I mean, not that it's important, but you know, I'm a bit of a finicky gold git when it comes to this sort of stuff. Primarily because I'm trying to just be as accurate as I can be to what I've got to work with, which isn't a lot. Right, camera I'm just going to drag you in here, 0, 1, 2. I think I'll have it coming from this angle here. So I just want to do that, drag that out that way. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's fine. Just give me a camera 4 as well, 3 even. Sony camera 3. Ideally want to try and make it so that these cameras are in more close proximity, just for making creating the data a lot easier. Right, I need to put a light source in there, that's why it's a bit dark. So I'll just grab a light, plug it in there, render it. Yep, right. Now obviously I'm not just going to keep it as a block bloody room, let's start getting some detail in. I've got much work to do. Well, I've got frig all to work with detail wise, have I? I suppose if we're going like it is out there, it has got like a barrier, like a beam type thing going on the ceiling, so I might as well put that in. Should hopefully work if I've reattached it, it's not above there, perfect. So, just want to grab all of that. Get rid of them, because I want to concentrate on the sides only. Just scale this in a bit. Just grab that one, drag that in a bit. Yep. And then just grab the front ones now. And just push these out a bit. So, just do a quick re-render of this. Yeah, so you can kind of see where that is now. Now I did say that I was going to completely and utterly overhaul this because there should be another side to the other side deck on this side of the ship, but because obviously guiding itself goes from the whole top-down perspective, you don't see that back end, that side of the ship. You only concentrate on what you see in front of you, but there would technically be another side deck above that. So I am definitely thinking of implementing a side deck in here on the, God, I don't even want to do it, port starboard, whatever the fucking sides are. But yeah, so on this side, obviously going to put another side deck. So I'm thinking of putting a door potentially there. Remove that locker, put it on the wall, and have a door there that leads out to the side deck for that side of the ship. Because again, we don't have restrictions like the Game Boy Color game did. We can add rooms to it that would make sense, and this one does because it's the opposite side deck on the other side of the ship rather than the one you've already seen, so we need to get that one modelled. But the thing is, we might make that one accessible. When I say we, I mean I, because obviously I'm still building this stuff up. But I might make that inaccessible on that side because it's caved in on one end, but it'll still be a side deck that you can access, so there'll be something there. Just got to figure out what it is. But That's what I'm thinking now. So what I'm going to do is grab that. I'm going to put another door just here. I will have to give it a new bloody angle for this door though. And that is where this other section that leads out to the side deck's going to be, which means I'm going to put a few windows up here. But then again, do I really want to put a few windows there? But then you see 3 ones there, don't you? Oh. The stuff I do, the stuff I try and figure out for this, it's ridiculous. So if I kind of put like obviously 3 windows in here at that point to coincide with doors. So that'll cover that particular section of the side deck, and it would have that particular thing, and then obviously you'd have the door to the side, the front deck, the front of the bow as well. So that's keeping consistency. But then people will probably start questioning, wouldn't that mean that there's like a set of doors that leads into the back of the main hall if that's the case? And technically there would be. But since we're not really wanting to push out that kind of boat, pun intended, I'm definitely just going to break that part so you can't actually get to it. So you can see it, but you can't get to it. But I'm giving you the hint that there is obviously something there because it's keeping consistent with the actual design of the ship. And ships don't come in halves like that. That's my like theory of it anyway. I'm not going to be worrying too much about, say, what's the freaking word I'm looking for? There'll be something I'm trying to remember, just try to figure out. So I can still have like bunk beds in this room, is what I'm saying. Because obviously I'll put curtains on these particular ones, but not the front. But then you'd need ones on the front. But I'll have curtains in place that obviously imply that you could shut the curtains, so obviously with it being a sleeping quarter. So there's that to comprehend. But it's just like I said, there's just so much space for shit that needs to go in here. But it's trying to also figure out logically what's going to be on the opposite side of the deck as well, because it's not really seen as anything else. It's not seen as an afterthought because, again, with the way the game runs, you're only going to see one side of the game, one side of the ship, so you're not going to see the other side of the ship. But by having the impression that there is another side of the ship, by being able to walk on that side, even if it is just to delay, because it's going to be broken at a point, because why the hell not? That's the way I'm going to do it, and that's where my mind is set at the minute, and that is how I shall do it. So let me just build it in, and then delete that. Done. Okay. Just want to slide that back now so it's there like that. I'm going to slap a texture on you if I can find my hypershade. Oh, there's quite a few hypershades. Alright, let's see what happens when I stick this one on them. A bit too... Whoa, way too shiny. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, let's give a new... Get me a new bling set up. Make that very dark. Give it a bit of specularity, a bit like that. Definitely turn the reflectivity down, no, because reflectivity isn't needed. Right, we've got that now, we can work on it as I get there. Let me just think what else I need to do with this. Right, the floor. That's wood panelling, isn't it? I'm jumping the gun here, I don't need to get there yet. Right, let's see, 'cause I'm obviously rearranging where these bloody bunk beds are going to be now. But that's the way this works, so I'm not going to... Oh god, these are all... What the hell? No, 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 no. Do I just go with the whole metal ones, or should I do something crazy and do wood ones? Christ almighty, what kind of bunk beds am I looking at here? Oh my god. They're all a bit advanced, aren't they? Let's have a look at that one. That won't be too easy, about hard to do. Let's do that one. So, perfect. Yeah, that'll do. Just a generic metal looking one, 2 beds. Right, it's just getting the scale correct, but that's why I've got Barry there. So I'll start by building lower bits. So let me just... start that now. Okay, let me just flip you. Okay, I'll flip you 90 for now on that end, but I want to flip you the other way. That'll do, because I only need to get the absolute size of this. Do that, and just make these a little bit smaller. Not a lot. Should be okay. Right, so if I just flip him back up again. Is there a reason why you're not on the ground? Oh yeah, because I moved you up, didn't I, for some strange reason. Right. Commence building the bunk bed. Obviously it's the flooring as well. I need to get that like under space. Not much under space according to this. Right, so I'll make this like the mattress for now, but I'll obviously curve it a bit when I get there. I just need to get this off the floor a bit. It's going to be about roughly off that kind of like position. And then I just need to take a wild guess, say it's about that. Should be it. Grab edges and then I just want to bevel them. Ooh, that's a bit too ornate for my liking. What kind of a freaking thing's that? Let me ooh, yeah, let's see. That's fine. Go with that one. Okay, so now I need to get all like the metal modelled for this. Start with the beams, then work my way out. So that's about right. Quick duplication there too. And then grab those and put them over there. I'm definitely going to have to push this out a second, aren't I? push it out here. Do need pushing out a bit. Right, so metal parts started. So I need a beam to obviously go across each segment as such, not that way, other way. Then I can obviously just extrude and push these out where I need to, sort of right about there, isn't it? Below the mattress, like that. Right, so what I'm going to quickly do is just put edge loops here and here. On that one, on this one. Then just quickly move this down again. So it's going to obviously be there. So just quickly do some more edge looping. I know I could just duplicate it, but I'm just in a pretty lazy mood at the moment. Now I can finally get rid of this one. So then what I can do is drag them along. I'll drag them to there because obviously when I duplicate it, they'll have those bits there. Those bits there. Okay, so that's those first sets of the metal bits done. Quite a few metal bits looking at this bloody thing. Freaking hell. All this for a bunk bed. Seriously. Right, so what I'll do, mesh, mirror geometry, I think I've got in there. No, I haven't. Try negative x in that other way. So when I plus x it, perfect. Then all I have to do is just move that into position again, which I'm going to assume is there. Perfect. And now all I have to do is just duplicate them on that side. That's done. Try to get the single bloody ones. I pin in the back side now though. That. Just bring that down a little bit so it's there like that. Which means in turn I've got to do this one too. Done. Right, so that's that bit done. I need to do parts outside of there. Which implies this way goes over what I need it to be. Of course it bloody would. Right, fair enough. What I'll do is I'll just merge these together. Drag them over, so it's like that. Same for that. Might have gone over a little bit, but we'll see when I start building. Right, this has got small beams going across it. And of course, got those ones underneath. What I'll do is I'll adjust the design a little bit. So what I'm going to do is have them coming out this end here. So just delete those and then obviously merge these like so. Probably Same at the top as well, because that's the way that's going to be. And merge and merge. Right, okay. So we got them sorted. And now what I'm going to do, make these a bit smaller and have these going upwards against here. So smaller. Let's do this for now. Do all the adjustments I need to do later. 2 and then 4. Emulate this above. Obviously make those bigger over there, which I'll do in a minute. Then I've got to make them consistent, go across, don't I? Oh, the fun. Right. Just drag them over here. Like I said, just need to make these top bits fit them. And then the next thing is taking one of these, well, technically taking all of these, duplicating these, and I'm just going to set the pivot on those and flip those 90. That gives me the metal bits on this side. I just want to do that down here. Is it not down there? Nope. Don't be an absolute idiot. We don't need them there, but I do need them at the back of here. And I just need to extend these across. So now no figure's going to fall out. Not that I should be really worrying about that, but you know, I'm like consistency. Right, now I need to make this bit here. Just have an additional bit that's going to just come up the same length as that one, because that's where the ladder's going to be. Okay, and that's that. Considering I've never actually modelled a bunk bed like this before, I haven't done a bad job of it. That's just my personal saying of it though. Now I could just model that as one thing, I couldn't have, but I'm not going to in case I need to pill around with stuff. Just drag it down a little bit. Attached to the base, it's going to be there. Put that there because that's next to it, correct? Ooh, a little bit inwards actually. And I'm just going to grab these again. Scale them in a little bit. I think that's way too many steps for a bloody thing, so I'm going to distance these a bit. Definitely going to need a couple more, aren't I? Oh, just maybe one more. So what I'll do is I'll just, yeah, and then sort of get rid of those three, but not that one. That's fine, just want to move this back into position. And this is where we're going to probably start having issues with this now, because I modelled it there. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't be able to see the bloody door. I could put it on that wall there next to locker, but then that would have a locker there. Why would I need that there then? Oh, the fun I have trying to figure shit out. Hey guys, you know what? It just sucks when I try and do this because it doesn't work. So I moved I'll move the door. Oh goody, that means moving everything up. Right, so I'm going to move the door about here. Oh! Not those bits. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Funny enough, this is the same configuration because this is what this is like. If you look in the sprites, this is where that first bunk bed is. Now the problem is you don't see the bloody locker. Oh, good God. What a pain in the backside this is the be now. I'm just going to end up phasing out this door altogether and be like, frig it. But I don't want to because I do want to have that side of the deck to be shown. Even if it is just going to be like damaged, so you're not going to be able to go anywhere. I just want to be able to make it so that, yes, you can go there. I'll just adjust the cameras, I think. Definitely going to have to adjust the cameras because there's just no way I can fit this many in. Unless I like put them on the opposite side. I mean, that would work. But I think with that in place, I might have to adjust the camera actually. I am going to have to adjust the camera because it'd have to be here, wouldn't it now? What did I set this one to? Set this one away. That should give us a bit more. Oh no, what have I been doing? No, it's the right way, isn't it? I'm not gone mad. And then just obviously add another camera for where the door is, and then add another one where the typewriter is, which is going to obviously be in that corner on a desk, isn't it? Where the locker is. But let me think, there is only 4 bunk beds in here. Oh, Jesus wept. Right. So I need to try and accommodate for this one set of bunk beds. It's only because I've added those windows in. Right, where's camera? Oh, did I put camera 4 in? No, I didn't do that. Right, so where's camera 4? Camera numero 4, where are you? Buried under all the other cameras, of course. Right, so this one's going to obviously point at the door. This is going to probably have so many issues, but then again, it might not. Let's just have a look. So the only thing that's going to have an issue is these bloody bunk beds. What if I made it so that they didn't actually cast shadows though? Let me see. I know that those technically cast shadows, but sometimes you can get away with them not actually doing that though. Which I know sounds absolutely bullcrap because we know that I would be casting shadows, but for the benefit of this, I think we shouldn't have them casting shadows per se. Which just means I can move that light in a little bit more now actually. Of course, the other way I could do it with these bunk beds is I could have it as area lights and have those reflecting down, but then the weird shit would be it would look weird. But I'll quickly throw one in and have a look, see what I can do. It's an area light I want, isn't it? So again, I want to set it to 0.750. Set this to quadratic, using ray trace shadowing, and all the way around, isn't it? Right, let me just have a look what this looks like. Just drag you out. Put you up there in the ceiling. Drag you out. Put one there. What's this gonna look like? I'm not sure we should have it like that, but then again, Sometimes it's just literally experimenting with light types till you can find something that fits the room. No, I'll stick with the bog standard ones. I'm just gonna just drag them back in. Might have to definitely reduce the amount of bunk beds that are in there too, because clearly you need those windows on that side of the deck, because that's looking out on the bow. So this is when you start like plotting things. Like say if I put that set of bunk beds there and then obviously that one there, but then you haven't got the space for anybody to get out, have you? Oh, these bloody rooms. Right. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not even going to try to go crazy with it. Right, I need a table. Has I got a table? Seriously, I've got no table in here. I'm bloody sure I do. Have we seriously not got a freaking table in here? I'm bloody sure we do. I am so confused. Why have we not got a... Alright, we'll go with the free leg table. I know I had one in. Oh my god, what's that doing? Would you really want to put a typewriter on top of a three-legged table when you could have a proper table there? Let's get rid of it. Am I going to have to go looking for a table now? Oh my god, the containers, what the Let me just clean this up first. Ah! Clean the containers up so it's all nice and clean. Thank God for that. Right, I need to go looking for a freaking table. I think there isn't any other tables that are used, is there, in these rooms so far? I've been using the same one. I mean, technically I could just build me own. Then just carry on with remodelling bits and pieces of it in the end anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. Right, let me do that then. but if I'm going to make it so that you can get into the bloody locker, I'm going to have to, like... shrink the table a bit. Unless... I do it like this and make it like a weird L-shaped table. No! Not the vertices! Oh my god. Right, let's not do that again. Actually, an L-shaped table would work perfectly. Still get into a locker. Can put some bits and pieces and crap on it, and yes, we shall go with that. Just make that a little bit. Push it there a little bit, because obviously this thing's going to make it so you can walk in. So L-shaped desk. That should work perfectly for this. I think I'm going to make it a bog standard table, because let's face it, it's crew, isn't it? Crew really doesn't need anything ornate. Not like we're in a bloody mansion, is it? Done. Right, need a camera 5 then. Camera 5. Perfect. See if we can emulate a classic camera angle from like RE1 with this one. Push it into the corner. I just need to adjust the focal length for that. Set to 80 again. Can I move any higher than that? I think I might be able to. Just a smidgen. Yep. So typewriter can go on that bit of table there. You can get into the locker there. Perfect. Unless I do decide to put an angle in for where it's up close on the locker, but there shouldn't need to be. Right, now I can get me... I did import the typewriter from here, didn't I? So it should get new tyrant figure. We don't want the tyrant figure in there, that's in the shop. So I need it from... there. So typewriter. Right. Oh, what's it doing? Probably had about 500 frigging containers on top of everything I've already done. Right, containers, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the damage. Oh, okay, they're all going. That was bad, actually. Done. Typewriter. So I want that about there. That's fine. I think what I is going to do though is I am going to just give it generic colour like things I've been doing. So I know I've got like a bronzy metal colour. Where's my multi-lister? So, yeah, so I can slap that on. Slap that on there. Now, do I have a black? I have the glass, but do I have a black bling? Do I? I do there. Let's test that then. Right, let's just give that a re-render. Let's have a look at it now. Yeah, it looks alright. I think I just need to... Right, what I'm going to do is get another blim. Make it completely black. Don't need it to be too shiny though. Get a little bit of specular going, but not a lot. Don't need any reflectivity on it, and this can be the typewriter black. Right. So. Again, this is like just blocking phase, as I said. It's just me getting ideas for where things should go, where stuff should be put, and everything else. But it definitely needs to be a typewriter in this room. Excuse me. Don't really want to be starting to texture this yet, but I mean, technically everything's modelled that I need in here. It's just building bits up bit by freaking bit, isn't it, at the end of the day? We will make this a bling. Make it wood floor, because this is what it should be. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, that'll do, because it is just a wooden plank floor. Might as well. We don't want it to be too bloody reflective, though. My God, what am I trying to do to myself? Right, let me grab that. And just do this, and then I'm just gonna might do some adjustments with that one, but let's have a look. It's got the game space on, isn't it? Move the game space because I don't need that for the moment. Might make that a little bit darker. So if I adjust the diffuse, that should just make it that little bit darker. So fine to me. Right, so he has made progress, which is good. Like I said, I'm not jumping the gun because I know we're going to have to give that to the generic bloody white texturing for the bloody walls, because again, it's connected to there and it's using the same colour scheme there, but I'm just going to do that, break that away from there. It's not a Fong, is it though? That's the one. So that's what that's going to all look like when it's rendered. Oh, that's a bit too shiny. Ah, it's like a maze, isn't it? Let me have it. That can't be the right one, can it? East Corridor. No, that can't be it. I'm not going to say it's that one, but it could be. No, that's still bloody too high and reflective. What the hell? Well, it can't be that one, because they shouldn't be that highly reflective. So I'm just... It's definitely not that type of... Oh, there's that sound. Right, let's have a look at this one. See, that one ain't too bad. Might even give the roof a bit of a wooden look, because again, it's just following on from the colours scheme that I gave the previous corridor, because I want consistency. Not going too bad. Can't complain. Yourself. Dark in here, isn't it? I'm gonna have to put my lamp on in a minute. Looks like a bit boring, doesn't it? Wonder if I give it a bit of tiling in here across the, like the walls and stuff. I might do actually. Yeah, I think I might do that, you know. Definitely gonna do some wooden tiling in there. It's just... Oh. It's just looking a bit too freaking generic for my liking. What the hell I can do? I know I say if you do pillows and stuff. Probably put a chair underneath there. But No, there wouldn't be any space in there. Why does it look so weirdly small and big in this game? It's confusing me so much. Ugh. So, what can I do apart from do that panelling across the floor? Because that is the only thing that would make it look interesting in this room. Because otherwise it just looks generic and boring and shit, and I don't really want it to be that kind of fucking generically boring. Also really need to what's the word, figure out where the hell these light sources are supposed to be. Don't really know where I could put these light sources, is there? Or is there? Yeah, I can get rid of that locker now. If I need to do anything else, I've got that one there, haven't I? Wonder if I can luckily no one can see the pictures and what I'm looking at, so he says this now, and then all of a sudden it's like, what textures are you looking at? Oh, thank God they're not on there. Do I seriously not have a metal texture in here? I apparently do not have a metal texture in here. What do I have to do? Go and get another one? I knew this would be a friggin' bad idea. You'll just put a metal... No, yeah, it's all rusty and everything, because that's all I want it to look like, isn't it? What an absolute backer I am. Well, that's just me in a nutshell. I don't know if I bring the diffuse up a little bit. It might not actually look too bad. I'll do for now. Like I say, I'm just experimenting with the things anyway, aren't I? I guess we're just going to reuse these ones again. For genericness, of course. No, that's just not even remotely funny. Let's just go there. Might as well, because like I said, they were outside in that hallway, so it makes sense if I'm keeping consistency. The other thing I've got to do is I need to make a lamber. That's the render. Make this me light. Obviously white. Put that up to full. We need those edges there, not these bits here, and then just flop that onto it. And there's what's gone on there. Okay. Right, and then this one I'm going to make a different metal. That should have been totally the one I used there. So I drag that into position there. I just have two of these going around the corner. And just one above there like that. That's those lights in position. Hello. Though I am reading messages if I haven't gone mad. It was like a spur of the moment thing. I was like, do I stream today or not? And I was like, I'll just stream. Not too bad. How's yours been? Well, that's not too bad. A chill day is usually a good day in my book. Oh, God. At least if I need a fire extinguisher, I know where it is. And as long as Elric don't come in here and say, oh, when we're going to model the next thing that we were going on about last night, which was hilarious. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever read. I'm like, I'm not modelling those. There's just no way that's happening. They are. It depends entirely on whether I want to do it. I thought I'll just do it. What the hell, let's just do it. I've already started the boundary building. I might as well just build the bloody room as well, which I've almost done, per se. I just need to get more bloody things in. I do have chairs, don't I? No? I thought I had chairs in here. Well. I've not got any chairs at all. We're in the right folder, aren't I? Okay. Well. Well, if I need to get another chairs, I'll go and build another set, or I'll find one. Yeah. It's one of his little Elric's, one of his little outbursts he had when I was uploading this. It's like, this is progress. And he just goes tits, and I said, no, I'm not modelling those. Oh my god. Been reading it all day and I'm just like, dude, don't just say you're gonna go and do it, just do it. Don't even report back, just go do it. It's just the way he said it, and I'm just like, I'm not modelling those. And it's just like Enrico posted the video up for Indiana Jones, one of the movies in there, when he's pushing them, and I'm just like, yeah, I knew this was coming. I knew there would be some sort of stuff like this going, but that's the internal thing we've got going at the minute, and I have a horrible feeling I'm going to end up modelling a statue, and I'm going to have to model female breasts again, and I'm like, oh, great. Yes, because it's not like you haven't got enough of them bloody things you've modelled over the years, but that's not the point. I hate organics. I hate doing organics. I always have done. Give me mechanical, I can do it. Anything else, nope. Don't even give me a tree to model, because that ain't happening either. It's just an absolute pain in the backside. But that's kind of the stuff that happens when you're like updating stuff, and it's like, oh, yeah. It can be fun. I'm just waiting for him to start rambling again, though, about Code Veronica stuff, and then try to import it into the engine. It's like, just don't bother trying to. Just rebuild the rooms, re-render them, and then put them in as pre-rendered environments. They all work that way for a reason. They're just pure evil, or organic shapes. I hate organics. I'm an organic, but I hate organics. It's a scary thought. But it's the most complicated bloody thing ever to model, because I can never get it pissing right. And we still haven't perfected how to model people. It's like we finally, was it like years ago, finally perfected the art of actually making like sunlight reflect through like an eardrum or something, and that's like, oh, that's fascinating, that's amazing. Yeah, but have we perfected the art of eyes? No, because they still look like the fucking dead when you stare at a CGI eyeball. It's like, no, that's not real. That's still dead. That's still fish-eyed. That's still 3D. Just haven't perfected the way to do organics properly. And why would you want to? Because we're horrible. Oh, God almighty. This is why I hate organic modelling. I just hate it. Inorganic stuff, got no issue with it. Organic stuff, nope, it's just going to go in the bin and I'm just going to scream about it. I think I'm going to have to do some paneling. It just looks so boring. Right, panel time. Put it about there. Just drag it along. Obviously I can go through the back of there. Just want to... let's have a look at it now. I don't mind their way of doing things. But then again, I prefer the blocky Final Fantasy VII style character stuff. You know, when you didn't need pretty graphics to make a game interesting. But nowadays, it's not that. And it just bores the hell out of me because of it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some paneling because it just looks so boring. Yes, to time travel back in time. and get a job then. But then there'd be all the moral questions of how the bloody hell do you know how to do this kind of stuff? What kind of technical craziness have you got that we don't understand? You know, that'd be pretty damn cool if we could do that. That's another primary reason why I'd have a time machine. That and buying tons of Pokemon cards from base set 1. Buying all these out-of-print bloody games that you can't get now without ripping out a lung or a liver to pay for it. That's the sort of reason why. Action figures that, again, cost an arm and a leg. Looking at you, Resident Evil figures. They were the reasons why I'd go back in time. Nothing for nefarious reasons at all. Oh dear. Why can't I just flip that? Why couldn't I just bloody flip it? Ooh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah, definitely paneling on the floor because it just looks so bloody generically boring. But on the one hand, I do blame the fact that the rooms are just a bit bland on this side of the bloody thing. It's like, what the fuck? Why is that not? Now you're up against the wall. The hell? Right. Let's drag that along. I will move the table out eventually, just want to get around there. Yeah, I'm going to add some calendars and posters and stuff. Might just throw a couple of Easter eggs in there as well. I'm already thinking of one as we speak. What? No. Maybe stop Apple from ever actually coming back. Like, say, Microsoft, like, don't give them the money to come back. They're not worth it. And try and get Sega from not actually cancelling, you know, hardware development. So the Dreamcast 2 could have been a reality. It's not nefarious at all. There's nothing evil about them. But then again, getting rid of Boris Johnson, that would probably be a good thing to do. But there's plenty of other people we could say that about as well in politics. It's not just him. Oh, look at me going political. Oh dear God, I'm going to burn for that. He's gone all political on us. Oh dear God, he's bringing politics in. Oh God. Grab as many prototypes as well. That'll be another reason, but everybody would be probably doing that for game prototypes and stuff. And obviously rare and out of print stuff. Might actually give that some nice little paneling detail there. I don't know if they were. You just give them the heads up, wouldn't you? Like, you know, don't put all your money into there. Just don't let your Dreamcast die. Sony are going to completely level the playing field with the PlayStation 2. Run away. Oh, politics. Why do we need politics? Who needs them? Oh, the whole world got to guess with our politics. No, it wouldn't. It would not. It would be fine. All I see is a bunch of crazy old people who shouldn't be in bloody power, but again, that's not my opinion. I've gone a bit all politically correct with that, and I'm not even political. duplicate that along, can't I? Just need something that just looks different. And I've done this. You probably... Well, you will... Stopping that would never happen. The only way you would be able to do that is if you secured that final error build and then you just bloody leak it, and then that would be the end of it. That would be the only way to have done that. But then again, at the same time, what you'd also do is get a copy of all the source code, every asset that Capcom ever built, every flaming background render, every single bit of every single technical documentation, everything else asset-wise, preserve the frigging stuff because they couldn't be arsed doing it, so that everybody has access to it. Or to just throw it all back at them and say, you know, this is what happens when you don't fucking preserve your frigging asset files and stuff. You don't want to be doing a Konami with the Silent Hill 2 free in HD remaster. What a load of crap that was. That's why I do not own it and I have the original games instead. I don't honestly think you could stop it. There's too much toxicity with it. It's like the One Ring. I've always said for years, it's like the One Ring. It just corrupts everything it touches. It should never have got leaked. It should never have got released. It should never have been given to anybody. It should have just been left in limbo. Then we'd still have our own ideas, which would probably be 10 times better than what it would have been. That's just a crazy opinion of me, though. Apparently I am a bit crazy with that, but then that's just me. I'm going to get that wood texture on there now. Where is my textures? Where is my texture? Oh my god, what the fuck? Right. Hang on. Which way am I looking? Right then, what I'm going to do... Let's do that. There's little bits attached, get rid of you. Oh no, I've just realised that, but there's a plus point, I can just stick this on. There's just too much of it. Way too much of it for when even back then as well. There was too much misinformation. There was too much of this, there was too much of that. I blame PlayStation Museum for the entire bloody debacle, because if they just, you know, instead of pissing around, showing off it, they'd actually given it to the community, then half of the stuff that happened wouldn't have happened. Because everyone would have had it then. But then again, that's wishful thinking as well. But I still stand by the fact that, you know, community generated stuff was just a lot better than any of the, like, that build that came out. But again, November the 6th build, it's basically everything they had at that point. So I can't really slag off development for it, but then again, in some crazy parallel universe, that was the final version of Resident Evil 2. It went on to sell gangbusters, the series ended years ago, and we wouldn't be having this crazy discussion, but there we go. That's what I think, anyway. Yeah, definitely wise to put some paneling on the floor. It just makes it look bloody more interesting instead of like, oh, generically boring. I have to like readjust these heights and stuff like that. I should never have done that tease, and that's what literally sparked everything off. But then again, if what happened with those infamous pictures of that build from the In Flames website had gone through, we'd have a much later build to work with. But then again, that didn't happen, did it? It's just all this bloody shite with Capcom and protecting intellectual property, even though it was a scrapped ideology that nobody gave a shit about after that, because Final 2 had already come out and that was their final version of it. But oh no, it is the prototype. We can't have people getting hold of that. How very dare us. And this is what happens. That's literally the end result. You're going to get fans that are going to clamour for it and then moan and bitch about it when it doesn't fit up to their standards. Which, you know, fair enough. Ooh. It's fine, this is going to be drag along. Got a bit of space, we could put something in there. Now the irony is, item box would go in there, but I don't want it in there. Did I just render the same room? No. Nope, not the same thing. I know. And that's all we can do. Again, alternate parallel universes where that was the final version of it. And then the series ended straight after that, so there wasn't a million different Resident Evils after it. It only had 2. That's all you can do, though, is you can just speculate. Unless anybody from there decides to go, well, actually, this was what was going to happen, but until then... It's funny how nobody from Capcom's ever spoke about it. Apart from in the interviews they did. You'd think after all these years bloody later they would have at least said something about it. But not one of them has. But yet we got everything about Zero. We got the bloody remastering for that, because they still had all the original assets for that. And then they just blurted out, well, we don't have the original game assets anymore. Oh no. Ah, good old Uncle Sony. You gotta love him, don't you? Love him or hate him. You know, the whole frigging premise of it was, you know, 1.5 was interesting, and it's the thing that they just literally decided to crap it all out, and they couldn't come up with like an idea for what the hell the sewers were going to look like. And it has nothing to do with the fact that there were issues would have been that the thing looked too more like a Japanese police precinct when you got Japanese squad cars as well, because they all look like it. And that was another issue. But I mean, technically, the Ace Attorney series is the same. Ah, it would have ended. They would have done a Resident Evil 3 in the 1.5 setting, and that would have been the end of it. Would have been Nemesis running around with a machine gun like the Mr. X prototype idea. They're running around the 1.5 precinct, chasing after Joe with a machine gun instead of a rocket launcher. Maybe. But the thing was, it was just too Japanese in its design. There's way too much Japanesey and stuff. Like, fair enough, Ace Attorney technically has the whole Japan-America ideology now because it's set in LA but still has all this Japanese stuff that obviously is from the games, but it just fits because they translated it for that. So I suppose it would work nowadays, but again, a Midwestern American town with a Japanese police-style precinct with Japanese squad cars, no, it's not going to work. But then again, they went a bit crazy, started doing Western-style designs from a Japanese developer who thought that we'd all be driving bloody cars from the 50s in America in the 90s, so... Oh, God, and don't think I didn't see those crash DeSotas in front of the RPD, Capcom. What we're doing with 50 American cars, I'll never know. But, yeah, that's literally one of the things I saw, and I was just like, you what? I get the DeLorean... I get the bloody Mr. Bean Volkswagen Beetle. I get the fact that there is probably a different era of Volkswagen in there as well because it's on the street. But what else? Capcom just shouldn't really be pointing out all these little flaws in the game, but you know, I do. So much stuff that they just didn't think through with that. Like, some of the ideas were great, like, you know. The problem with those renders is they're too much like a retail product and not a prototype product, and that's my only issue with it. Because it never was supposed to be like... You know, it's just the whole issue with Matt is that, like, when you look at their stuff, and it's like that's what they were going for, and then when you look at stuff now, it's too retail looking. It's like it makes you just a little bit. It makes me not cringe, but it makes me just go, oh no, it's too retail-y based. It never got anything there. It was just stick to what it was in there. Very dark. Look, the plot twist of 1.5 is that Sherry's the mastermind behind every frigging incident that happens in that game. That's my theory. She's the evil mastermind. She knows where all the secret entrances to this place is. It's got nothing to do with the fact that her parents would be working there and they only knew this, that and the other. She was the mastermind. She knew how to get into the lab with the bloody control panel. She's the villain, and that's what I'm sticking to. And I've said this millions of times over the years, even though people say it as a joke, I still think she's the mastermind behind the entire thing. But that's just my opinion. So that's what I think. 1.5 Sherry's an evil person. She deliberately leaked the bloody virus. She was the one who pulled the trigger on her father that made him turn into this. This is why he goes around going, Shirley. That's why she knows the control panel codes. That's why she knows the secret entrance to the frigging factory. This is because she's the mastermind that plotted the downfall of the entire city. And the whole plot twist is because of her grades. That's the plot twist. Yeah, that's just my crazy brain. Oh no, don't start this clone bullshit. No. No. She can't be a... No. Don't start the clone shit. I had enough of that in bloody freaking... Let's keep changing the story, even though the entire world ended Resident Evil bloody films. Bad enough when they were starting to clone people, and then all of a sudden, oh, actually, she's just a clone of Alexia freaking what's-her-face. Alicia freaking... This is how bad it is. I can't remember. Alicia Marcus, wasn't it? And that was the big plot twist. Oh, well, everybody's dead. Everybody's technically a clone of each other. Umbrella are secretly a whole bunch of bunker Nazis who think that they have the right to wipe out the entire world with a bioweapon, which they do. Oh, and by the way, you know how the end sequence of this movie's going to go? You're going to go back to Raccoon City, which would still be heavily irradiated, but you still got to go back. What? Don't do the clone thing. The clone thing is what ruins things. It's like saying, hey, do you know what? Let's bring back Wesker and we can just say the one that died in a volcano was a clone. I'm sorry, what? What clone fucking thing? Don't do the clone thing. That sounds like something out of a science fiction movie. Oh, clones. She's definitely evil, though. I'm telling you. She's behind the whole thing in 1.5. I don't care what the plot is, that's what it is. She's just pure evil, that child. She caused everything. She's the true mastermind. Oh, God, clones and stuff. That's even worse! You don't say that! Oh no, because that just makes me think of the Chimera, and then it just makes me think of the Hunters, and then it's just like, oh! Oh, Sherry, are you really my parent? No, Sherry, you are just a discarded embryo from another child. Oh, God almighty. That's the sort of plot you would see in the movies. No. Oh, God. Oh, God, I've got to stop with the plot twists and stuff. I've really got to stop trying to come up with plots for these games, but oh my God. Which archive book? Which one? I've got the first two, unless there was more after that. Oh, yeah. I could go and get the bloody book. I know where it is, but I shall sit here and listen. But yeah. I has the book. Why did I just do that? Oh! I'm going to end up running and get my book now, aren't I? I know where exactly it is, because with Archive 2, in fact I might even go and get them right now and have a look. And put my heating on. Oh, you mean that... I've got to go get the book. I'm getting the book. I'm getting the book. Oh. Right. Let's see. Concepts. The perks of having a first edition print of this book, even with its bloody mistranslations. Creatures. Was it creature? It's concept art, isn't it? Let's get going. Oh, right. Okay, so. Right. Scrapped enemy section. Let's have a look. That's at the back of this concept, isn't it? Let me have a gently. Good God, there's so much Code Veronica stuff in here. What's this report? Alright, okay. No! Oh! Oh! That's quite horrific, isn't it? Oh my God, that is quite horrific. Ew. It does look 1.5-esque, doesn't it? You compare it to like the baboons and stuff. It does fit in with it. They're a bit fucking crazy, the enemy designs, weren't they, for that game? If it weren't a fucking man spider ripping your friggin' arms off. If it weren't bloody baboons jumping out the back of trucks and frigging jumping over cars trying to bloody sucker punch you. It was bloody horrific looking grotesque zombies that were just like and then Birkin turned into something like a goddamn crocodile. Yeah, but he turned into a freaking dog in the end, didn't he? It was more of a reptilian dog type bloody thing. Then he kind of thought, oh, we'll keep that for the next one. We'll just keep calling it a malformation that keeps getting more and more mutated till it's a frigging bulb bloody thing. Ugh. .5 was the fever dream of Sherry Birkin. It's a whole nightmare that she created, and that's her fault. She is the mastermind. I told you, you've just proven it. That's what she was. She was a BOW all along. Plot twist. And again, this is how she knows everything. The buttons to get to the lift to work. The buttons to the secret passages and entranceways to that factory. I'm telling you. We have this is the same 1.5 where they were like, well, we'll probably make it like the original where you can save and let people die depending on what decisions you make. This is the same 1.5 when you look at the item list and you've got like a T enzyme, you've got a G friggin' this, that and the other, and you're like, what? Or the pipe, which apparently was a melee weapon. I told you. I've said this for years, she is behind it all. And people thought I was crazy. They were like, how can a 12-year-old kid be behind it? I was like, well, she's got to have done something. She's definitely behind something. There's something shifty about that version of her. And now you've just proven my point. There is no secret entrance, Sherry. How do you know there's a secret entrance there? How do you know how the buttons all work? Oh, well, there you go. Plot twist confirmed. Right, I'm going to just close that, because I mean, progress is there, I'm satisfied with it for now. What? That's not the plot. Surely that isn't what happens. Seriously? Swear to God, the Birkins just fuck everything up, don't they? No matter what timeline they're in, they screw everything up. Well, that just makes it even more disturbing, doesn't it? It's like they were going for a very mature, disturbing story, weren't it? And I thought Dark Side Chronicles was a dark retelling of Resident Evil 2. Oh no, 1.5 was just so much more darker and more grotesque. Embryos! Oh dear God. You see, on the one hand, they should have just stuck with that because that would have made the game so much more interesting. But on the other hand, it just sounds so absolutely batshit ludicrous. It's like, yes, I'm now understanding why you scrapped this version and rewrote it. Oh my God. The thing about theories, when I come up with an idea and I speculate it as a joke, it's not supposed to be then proven fact. That's just me speculating years ago when I said she was behind it all. And now you're telling me that she wasn't even normal because she wasn't even a kid in the original design draft. And that she was some evil embryo-infused crazy motherfucker that caused the entire thing in the first place. I need to stop predicting things. I need to stop coming up with ideas that, you know, end up being fact. And this is one of the reasons why I'm glad they scrapped that project in one friggin' aspect. Because if that had been it, do you honestly think this would have been so generically science fiction-y as hell if it had got released like that? That's like a plot from an anime. God, it's like something out of Genocyber, that kind of thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought that was a friggin' crazy show. This would fit right into it. Friggin' embryos and dismembering of bloody bodies and I'm not really a child, I'm just like Saya from the Song of Saya. Oh my God. Oh. No, I think they were hiring a lot of friggin' anime at the time. Fucking hell. That's not even like Akira. Good God. I mean, that's cyberpunk. That's like saying, oh, we should just cyberpunk Resident Evil. Like, no. It doesn't work. Oh, God. Well, this became an interesting debate. Hey, do you want another 1.5 plot? What's the plot? Sherry causes everything. And it's not even Sherry. What? Well, that's just going to put it in a whole different light now when I'm replaying through it at one point in the future, won't it? Oh, God. That would be disturbing now, wouldn't it? You see, what if that part where Leon sees her in the bloody garage, it wasn't supposed to be her, but it was supposed to be like the embryo-esque monster version of her? Oh God, no, this is not going to good. No, I'm thinking about it too much. I can hear the sound effects. Yes, I love you as you are. You're not crazy at all. It's not your flimming kid, for God's sake. That's just scary. That just reminded me too much of Song of Sire, and that was fucked up as it was. Are you sure it's supposed to be because the way this is going on, the plot just keeps thickening with this bloody thing. It's like one half you're like, I'm glad it didn't come out, and the other half's like, you what? To pull back there again, what? So that's what they want you to think. Oh, Jesus, wept this bloody thing. You know, like when you're supposed to be getting away from 1.5 and you think, oh, it's alright, I've finally given up on it, and then it's, oh, this just gets thrown at you, and you're like, you what? What? Seriously? Thank you very much. And that's just one of the many. We've still got a few more left to do. But when this is all finally done, and all of it's uploaded, What? Oh no, just no. This is getting too much now. For me, for my crazy brain. You know, when you make a prediction like this, and you say it is a joke, and you say, oh no, the real mastermind of 1.5 and the whole destruction of Raccoon City was because of a 12-year-old girl, and you're telling me that's the truth, it's like, this is why I'm not predicting anything anymore. This should not be happening. I should not be able to come up with this sort of stuff and it be proven right. I don't like it. This is the same bloody game where when I was doing the rebuilds, I was having a nightmare of being chased by 50-foot bloody pipes with different bloody configurations and sizes and bloody bolts and everything. And that would have made more bloody sense than this. Oh my god, what the hell? This is mental. This is just blowing my complete brain. This has gone from being like, let's carry on with a rooming guide and let's just carry on building it up. Oh, and by the way, did you know this about 1.5? What? No! Did you know this happened in 1.5? No! Oh my god. Yes, you know that part in Dark Side Chronicles where you told the original Resident Evil 2? Yeah, do you remember that part? Yeah, how dark was that? Hey, do you want to know what's even darker? The original version of it. God almighty. Oh, well. Maybe they just didn't like blondes. Maybe that's why they killed off the mayor's daughter in the original. I mean, the final version. The confusion begins. Wouldn't put it past me. Then all of a sudden it turns out that Irons is a serial killer who's only afflicted to blondes, and this is the reason why he keeps bloody hunting them down and bloody doing all the creepy shit he did. What's more creepier than all this crap that I'm reading up, and I was like... You know, Barry wasn't joking when he said the residents are very well and truly evil in these games. Oh god, this is just going to change my whole perception of them now, isn't it? See, I wouldn't have minded Elsa, but then again... not demoing anything. I've been building, crying out loud. I don't know, after reading all this, was he really a good guy in it all? Probably was. I mean, at least he wasn't an embryo. At least he wasn't some bioorganic weapon that could rip your flaming arms out of its sockets. God, what bloody hell. Oh no, what a day. What a day. I know. Which is why it's so weird when they say, oh, he was a good guy in the original. It's like, yeah, he was a good guy. Do you know what they did with him when they remade the game? They turned him into a deranged freaking lunatic. And then what did they do to him? Let's remind ourselves. What did they do? Oh, yeah, they made that thing burst through his chest just like aliens. Oh, yeah. I think that was the only interesting thing, was they went from being full-blown serial killer in the final one to being, like, a good guy. Yeah, but what if the whole flaming major plot twist is... The only thing I didn't like about the remake was the fact that they didn't make the two runs different scenarios and everything didn't work out correctly at all. That's my only gripe with the remake. Everything else was fine with it. I mean, at least everything was accounted for, unlike another remake I can think of. And they kind of didn't butcher the bloody enemies for that in the 2 remake. They should just never have made a certain one me more annoying and chase you around the RPD for half the bloody game. That was my issue with that as well. You know, I didn't need him to be there. I'm disturbed that you keep bringing up embryos at this precise moment in time. I swear to God, every time you mention it, it's like Chimera, Hunter, Sherry. Okay. Yeah, well, Nemesis was just like superior in every way to Nemesis. Nemesis was superior to Nemesis. What the hell am I on? Right. Oh no, it's fine. Just destroying everything. Just like, hey, do you know this part? Well, this actually happened. Such and such is not real. Christ almighty, 1.5 had a better plot than the frigging movies ever did. That's for frigging sure. It's just when you blew up embryos, it just makes you think of the diary entries and all that for like the Chimera and the Hunter, because obviously fetuses and they're embryos and they're injected with a virus or what have you, and it's just like, no! I'm supposed to have sanity, not have it taken from me by some of the dark shit that these guys came up with back in the day. Oh, do you know what else about the Chimera that's interesting? Oh yeah, do you know the fact that when we have to make this happen, a woman has to actually give birth to the fucking embryo, like they're giving birth to a child? Do you know that fucked up part they didn't put in the bloody translations? Oh no! Because that didn't fuck me up when I read it. I was like, huh? And this is why I have to look at the game in a whole different light. Or the part that got translated from that bloody little... boring. Fucking... Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, anime plot. It works perfectly as that. Oh my god. Episode of Genocyber. That's what it would be. Bloody her running around the precinct eviscerating people and Leon's the last one alive. And it's just like, what? Oh, God. I've come to the conclusion that they were very dark back then when they were doing these games. We're only getting a fraction of everything finally with translations, but oh my God. It's like that story did for The Birth Behind Biohazard. And there's a part in it where I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be George Trevor going round, and it's Spencer and what have you. And then apparently there's a bloody one of the fucking servants bloody cleaning blood off, like blood and matter off the bloody floor, and obviously it's referring to the ceiling trap room. And I'm thinking, oh, well, that's just a bit visceral. Why wasn't this translated correctly to the West? Why didn't we get this? And now I know why. So much dark shit that they did in these games, and we're only getting a fraction of it now. You know, I thought all the gory stuff was, oh, people's heads getting sliced off. Heads falling down because a liquor pierces it off. Or, I don't know, bloody man spider grabbing you and ripping both your arms out your sockets. That was pretty damn deranged. You're in the wreckage of the mad experiment room. Oh, don't tell me that's what those fucking babies are. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, no. I'm looking. I'm looking. Wreckage in the mad experiment room. So we're looking right near the end, aren't we? And people are expecting a guidance train. Well, that ended a bit. I'm just looking at this and thinking, what the fuck? Right, okay. Lab. That's the end bit. VRAM room. Security room. Where the hell's the room at? Oh, there. I don't want to look at it now. Don't mind me being quiet. I'm just I can read that. I can see that. No, it wasn't, was it? It was in Yale's. It was here, wasn't it? I'm just looking at this. I need to know if I'm not going fucking mental. Right, not that one. What? That was where I was looking. Oh, she isn't behind me. The fact that I looked just said it all, really. Then what the fuck am I doing? Where's that one at then? Alright, okay. Ugh. Ugh. Well, that answers the question, doesn't it? That old age question in the mad experiment room. What did break out of that canister, and what the fuck? just This is not good. This is just completely threw me through a curveball and I don't know how to react. You know, when I built that room all those years ago for that 1.5 project I was doing, and the one question that I always asked is, I will not apologise for my slang, I am British, that is the thing. That is all I'm going to say on the matter. But all those bloody years ago when I did that 1.5 stuff. Just don't! Stop! Stop! No! And this is what makes it even more weird, doesn't it now? Is it in there? I'm now looking in the bloody archive book. Again. Oh, yeah, let's have a look at this. It's a right horror movie, isn't it? Wasn't there like an old concept of Sherry? And it's got like this really fucked up like monster in the background with her. Because now that makes so much more fucking sense. It really was a dark fucking game. Oh. No, that's just... I can't walk into that room ever again now in that game and think in the same way. Holy pixels of him. But then the plot twist is that's not technically Leon, is it? Plot twist! The one you thought was Leon is not really Leon. What? Oh god, he's the Sherry. Oh no! 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 There we go. I've just figured out a way where we can completely do it. That's it. I cannot look at bunk beds anymore. I must look at this concept art. Why am I looking at the wiki? I shouldn't really look at the wiki. The wiki's evil. That's the one. With the big horrific arm of doom. You know, it's scary now that you've brought that up because that concept art just looks so much more disturbing with that. Like, seriously. Because it's just like the shadow that she's got and you got this fuck off bloody thing behind her. The ground rules. He's the ground rules. Don't disturb him. Don't make him go crazy. Don't mention horrible, horrific embryos to him and then don't start telling him to look at concept art. Plot twist. Nothing in Gaiden happened. All of the zombies are just drunk people and Barry didn't know the difference. They'd been eating a bit of clam chowder. There's the plot twist. Oh my god, no. I'm not setting ground rules, that's just disturbing. Revelations 2. So that just... Yes. That's the plot twist. And that's what we're going to do. That's the Gaiden plot twist. Now no one has to play the game. This is the remake's plot twist. None of it's real. It's all to do with drunkenness, booze, and delusions of Barry Burton going crazy. But who's to say that's really Barry? Maybe it's a fake Barry. Maybe it's actually Wesker in his brain. It's like an episode of fucking Spider-Man, isn't it? Let's go with that. Oh, that concept art comes off a whole different way now. Ugh. Oh my god, it's more disturbing. We should do that. We should do that for the demo. I should just totally do that for the demo. Just say that's the whole game. That's it. That's what we've done. That's all you're getting. Oh my god. Yeah, we should do that. We should talk a bit more about that. We should definitely do that as just like a piss take, just as a joke. Like, yeah. But I always thought it was his arm. Which would have made sense, because it's like, you know, they're genetically obviously related, because he's her dad, and it looks like, obviously, the claw is, like, trying to get, like, around her freaking skull. So that's what I thought. And now it's, no, that's her. It's like, what? Oh god, what a bloody day. You know, you go on here, you do a spur of the moment bloody it's just the Song of Sire. That is what that game is. It literally is. The only thing is though, oh god, oh Jesus Christ. Today's stream. Let's do a spare of the moment stream. Let's do another room. Let's get another room built. Let's start it built. Hey, look, we got it started built. Oh, by the way, did you know that Sherry was actually an embryo? What? And let me tell you some more horrific facts about Resident Evil you probably didn't know, but now you do. There's just some horrific shit. I thought, you know, they couldn't get any more sicker and more disturbing with the chimeras, but oh no, we got more something more disturbing than that. I've just lost the will to live. Just literally, don't know what to do with myself. I'm just sat here, like, looking at concept art, and it's like, oh god, it makes more disturbing sense. Then you're looking at the renders, and you're thinking, so that's why there's one missing. What the fuck was in there? What did it look like? And now I don't want to know what it looks like because it's building an impression in my head. Oh god, it's so horrible! Oh! No! I can't... But then... I don't... No, you just literally came on and broke my brain. Because I don't know what to do now. no. Oh no. I'm broke. My brain's gone. Oh. Well, the room's built. I just need to add bits and pieces to it. I just... For what it is today, it's perfectly fine. Everything's built. I've had to do some restructuring of it. I might just stick an effigy of Sherry in there. I might as bloody well. I'll stick that on the table. I'll have that as some kind of deranged Easter egg. Oh, God. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell happened today. Oh, it was a great day. Fantastic. Do you know what happened? Oh yeah. I learned horror stories. I thought anything gonna get horrific, and then it just got so fucking horrific. I think with all that, and the fact that my brain is broken, I am gonna end this stream on that note. Oh, I'd like to thank everybody who came in on stream. I'd like to thank Ingribbon for coming in, because I was not expecting that, so kudos to that. I would like to thank Lady Hannah for bloody deciding to destroy whatever sanity I had left before the end of this stream. But I would also like to thank her for pointing out things that I wish I didn't know now, but now I do. So there's that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm never going to live this down. That's me done. I can't do it. I just can't carry on the street. Right, I'm going. Oh my God. Oh Jesus, right, I'm off. I'll carry this on in the next stream. Sanity back.